Are you ready for my favorite block? That cute wagon. Oh, I'm really excited about this one. Hey Kimberbell friends, Cristin here, and we are continuing with our Spring Showers quilt. Today we are starting on our last row for the quilt. It's going to be so cute. It's really coming together. So today we get to do the wagon. I have been wanting to do the wagon since the very beginning of this quilt. So let's go over what we need for today. So the first piece is our large background piece. It is a tan colored with almost looks like the end of an arrow and ends of arrows. I don't know how to describe it, but it's tan on tan. And we are going to start with this at 10.5 by 8.5. Make sure to back this big piece of fabric with fusible stabilizer. And like I said, it's the tan on tan with kind of like ends of arrows. I'm not sure how to describe it, but that's our main fabric. And then we have all the cute little pieces for this quilt block. So the first one is for the wheels, and they are a light gray silky solid, simple light gray. There's no design on it. Light gray silky solid, and we're going to start with this at 7 by 2.5. I did back mine with fusible stabilizer. 7 by 2.5 for this plain silky solid light gray. All right, and then my daughter is calling me. Then we have this red on red houndstooth, and this is for the actual wagon. Cute. And this is going to be 6.5 by 2. 6.5 by 2 for our wagon bed. And then we have the pot. So this is the middle pot. It's got the like grass or something coming out of it. It is a plain silky solid in a minty blue, plain blue silky solid, and I did back it with fusible stabilizer. And this one, the bucket, we are going to cut this to 3 by 2 for the bucket fabric. And then look at, so for the watering can, we're going to use this silver leather. Don't back it with fusible stabilizer, leave it as is. This will be so fun, shiny and cool for a watering can. So we're going to start with this at 3.5 by 3, 3.5 by 3 for the silver leather for the watering can. All right, and then we have cork. I love cork. So for the cork, we're going to start with this at 2.5 by 1.5, and it's for the flower pot. The flower pot, 2.5 by 1.5 for the cork. And do not back this with anything. Leave it just as is for the cork. All right, and then our last piece is the felt. So I believe this is pine. Yes, pine felt at 2.5 by 2, and it's for the flowers. The felt flower bush, I should say. It's the flower bush. So 2.5 by 2 in the pine felt, and don't back felt with anything, just leave it as is. All right, and then we have our batting. So whenever we quilt, we use our batting, and we're going to start with our batting at 9 by 7 because our final cut size of this project is 8.5 by 6.5, and we usually do a 1/2 inch or larger, it doesn't matter, but at least a 1/2 inch larger just so that it will tack down. So for your batting, 9 by 7. So for our quilting today, I'm going to use Weather 3. It is the wind, and it is a blue design. So even if you are going to use a 5 by 7 hoop, you can use this quilting design. So those of us with a bigger hoop, we're going to use a 6 by 8 in the Weather 3 in vertical. And if you are using a 5 by 7 hoop, then you would just do 2 hoopings of 4 by 6. 4 by 6 twice will equal out to the 6 by 8 vertical that we need for this design. So there are some special cut instructions, and we'll go over that when we get there. And let's go ahead and get started making that cute wagon. So we do have special cut instructions, and we'll go over that later, but in the very beginning, we want to move the design. So we are going to bring in our quilting design, and then we'll bring in the embroidery design so that they are centered, because they'll automatically be centered, but then we are going to move the wagon design down. So it's going to be off to the side, so we will bring it to the right. and we are going to line it up with our batting so that the wheels of the wagon will line up with the batting, the bottom of the batting on the bottom. It's really on the right because it's turned, but you know what I mean. So the design, the wagon wheels will line up with the bottom of the batting in this design. So I will show you on the machine or in software, either way, but we'll go ahead and move that design down a 1/4 inch. It will be 1/4 inch up from the very bottom, from the basting stitch, but that will line up with the batting stitch. Hey everyone, so we need to merge the quilting design and the wagon design together, and then we need to move the wagon design down. It's actually to the right since it's sideways. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to do that. I click on my quilting design first and click set, and then there's this add button on my machine. Click that. And I go back to the pocket, go back to wireless, and there is my wagon design. So I click on that and click set, and then you can see they are merged together and they are centered. But we want the wagon wheels down at the bottom of our batting, so right at that inner line here. So this outer line is the basting stitch and the inner line is the tack down of the batting. So we're going to bring the wheels down or to the right to that line. So I'm going to click on edit. Let's see. Yep, edit, move. And then I'm going to use these buttons here to move it until I can see that it is lined up with that inner line, that one in there. All right, so you can see, let me zoom in. You can see that we have the wheels right on the bottom of the batting line there, right there. All right, and so then we're all set, and we're just going to say okay and embroider. Easy. almost forgot to tell you, I made a shirt last night for this project, for the wagon. I made a cute little wagon. This is from Planet Applique, and let me see if I can move it down. How cute is this? I love this design, and I think I got it free. I think I shared a link in our Cristin Creates group a while ago that they were giving it away free for one weekend, and if it was one of those, I believe it was, but if so, then you probably a bunch of you downloaded it. So cute little applique design with several little pieces. I think it had 6 different applique pieces, and I used metallic thread on the water coming out of the hose, and I added Cristin Creates to the center of the wagon using Embellishment Essentials. So how fun! And the shirt is from Amazon. It's a hooded sweatshirt and really cute, good fit. I like this one. I will add a link to underneath the video for the shirt. And I almost forgot, I made a shirt today, actually made it last night, just for this blog. It is a wagon wheel, a wagon.